Victor, thank you so much. Welcome to Cap Talk. It's a pleasure to meet you. Usually when people interview me, they always ask me, what is it about your job that you love the most? And I always tell them it's this unique opportunity to meet extraordinary people and to hear their extraordinary stories. And certainly the Renewal Institute story is quite remarkable. Tell us what makes your company so unique in this space.
Well, I think the very first thing is that we set out to be unique. Every single person that we see, and we currently see in the region of 8,000 to 9,000 patients every month, and every one of those is a unique person, and they needed to be treated uniquely, and they needed to be treated as individuals. That means that 9,000 times a month, while we see those patients, we need to reinvent ourselves and have a unique response to them. It's not simply a cookie cutout, one-size-fits-all approach.
Now, I believe you are an architect by profession. So that was a radical jump from being an architect to now being appointed the CEO of a company in the beauty industry. So let me ask you, what do you love about your job?
Absolutely everything and every day. There's not a day, this is no longer a job. And I think that's one of the keys that we set the company up, not to provide jobs, but to provide careers. And in the same way as our business with our patients is to transform their lives and to allow them to feel better about themselves. So we've taken that a step further, and that everyone we interact with, primarily our staff, but our suppliers, distributors, we try to customize that relationship as well and allow that to transform. So we have seen absolutely phenomenal personal growth taking place with our staff. We take a very unique approach to staffing the business, in that we decided when we had 2 employees that we would never ever advertise a position. And the only staff that have ever come to us and that we employ today, and there's 185 people now, every single one has come and knocked at our door and asked to be part of what it is that we do. And that continues to happen. We get literally dozens of applications to come and work for Skin Renewal every month, and that puts us in a very good position of being able to select the best people.
Well, that's a very profound approach to follow, because you've certainly grown exponentially as well in terms of the number of branches that you've set up, and you intend to grow more as well. So that is a very profound approach.
We never intended to grow the business. When we started the business, we were just doing what we really enjoyed doing. And what we started experiencing was that our staff required the ability to grow. And because we had a virtual 0 staff turnover, if we had not grown the business, we would not have created any opportunities for the people working in the business. Because unless someone emigrated or died, there were no new vacancies. So by growing the business, we've managed to create opportunities for the people within the business to grow and have aspirations.
And during these tough economic times, it's so important to spread these stories out there, stories that inspire innovation. Would you say that you operating in a very competitive space in South Africa, because you're sitting on the cutting edge of technology, and you're in a very exciting space? You make people feel good about themselves and make people beautiful.
Well, remember that we can't make someone feel good about themselves. They have to do that on their own. But we have the tools whereby when they look in the mirror, or the way that they present themselves, it gives them the opportunity to feel better about themselves if they have that ability. It is a competitive business. It's a very, very fast growing business. The business of aesthetic medicine is something that really only started around 15 years ago. The biggest catalyst to this industry was the discovery of Botox. And when Botox first started being used, that was really the catalyst, as I say, that developed many things. At the same time, Botox per se is something that treats a symptom, namely a wrinkle, but the wrinkle will return. So the technology in this industry came about as a result of people looking at the underlying causes behind symptoms and behind aging, and understanding the aging process, particularly how that affects the skin, but since then also the body, people's health, people's hair growth, many other things. And what we try to do is take an integrative approach using traditional medicine and conventional medicine, as well as nutrition, diet, and supplementation to try and put people in the best position to maximize their lives.